Hey, this is Andy from the Wolfpack, and AT&T was nice enough to give me a Nokia Lumia 920 with Windows Phone 8 and in fiery red. So I'm kind of going to, during my review, give you the differences between Windows Phone 7 and Windows Phone 8, and are they worth the upgrade? So without further ado, let's get going. Okay, here we have the Nokia Lumia 920 in red. It also comes in white, black, yellow, and cyan blue. I'm really partial. The red, at first it was kind of bright, but the red's really been growing on me. I also like the cyan blue, but the yellow, maybe that's for Elvis, but not me. But anyways, so we have a 4.5-inch pure HD plus clear black screen. The clear black allows it, when you're going outside in the sunlight, allows it to be seen much easier, and this one does. When you go out in the sunlight, I can see this one much easier than, say, my Samsung Galaxy Note 2, which virtually just disappears out in the direct sunlight. So we have our up and down volume rocker here, power key here, photo button here. I do like they moved the power, the micro charging port here instead at the top. We have our 3.5mm headphone jack, SIM tray, and secondary mic. We also have a 1.3 megapixel front-facing camera at the top over here, and we have Nokia's 8.7 PureView camera here on the back side with an LED flash. Takes nice pictures. The other thing I think they improved on, and if I could take and maybe clean this off just a little bit so we can't have so many fingerprints, and then focus. There's not as many scratches. The Nokia Lumia 900 on the back, this metal piece on the back just scratched up immediately. So that was one of the big pet peeves of mine for that particular model. This one is much more solid. The Nokia Lumia 900, I could shake it and hear it rattle. This one's completely solid. The vibration is solid. Those are things that I didn't like on the Nokia Lumia 900 that I love that they've improved on this one. So let's go ahead and power it up here. And inside we have a 1.5 gigahertz dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor with 1 gig of RAM, 2,000 milliamp hour battery, and 32 gigs of storage. The battery, of course, you cannot get to, and you cannot add extra storage to this as well, which is a downside, but many of the phone makers are starting to do this. One of the advantages with the Windows Phone 8 system is that you can resize the tiles, and so just simply hold down and you can hit here, and then that resizes them here, or you can go bigger like that, or you can go back here. So, and just hit right there. I do like that option. It allows you to put many of maybe your top used apps at the top here so you can see them. The smaller you get, the less of the live tile notification that they give you. The bigger you get, the more of information each live tile will give you, which is still a problem with notifications that I think Windows Phone 8 will eventually, when you swipe this way, you got your apps. I think you'll have a swipe the other way, and then you'll have your notifications down the side over here, which will be very nice. The camera itself takes pretty good pictures. Let's see. Let's go into here and go to my camera roll, and these are just some shots I snapped off real quick here. Kind of give you an idea here. You can see the detail on them. On the camera, maybe it doesn't show up as well. Here, I just tried to take the grain of the leather on my chair, and you can see there. One of the distinct advantages of the Nokia Lumia 920's camera with the 8.7 megapixel camera with the PureView technology clearly takes better pictures. At night, it also takes better pictures. So that's one of the advantages. One of the I guess the pet peeve still that hasn't been, I guess they're going to stay with this, is that there's no, this information doesn't stay up here, so you'll see it go away here in just a second. I don't like that you can't see battery percentage. I love seeing battery percentage. So I've added this app here that actually gives me battery percentage here in the corner, which is kind of nice. Facebook was another pet peeve from the 900. Actually, the Facebook app from Microsoft that they've made has improved. Notifications from it have improved. So that you know, clearly though, it's lacking the features of the iOS and Android versions. Your inability to share. I can't add pictures to my pages and things like that. There are some third-party apps out there. So let's go into one here. And this third-party app actually looks much like the iOS and Android versions. It doesn't quite work as well. Let's go into this. But you can see very similar features along the side that you can get to. Even can go over here to our page, and looks very similar. It's not quite as fast. It has a few bugs once in a while. Sometimes I can't get the menu to show up over here when you click in the corner. But now one of the other things that you'll see here is if I hit the back arrow, it closes the app completely. So I don't want to hit the back button on the phone itself. And if you go into the app, you'll see that you can go back. You have to go back with the back arrow. So that's why you want to do that way. So that way it doesn't close the complete app there. So all right, let's go out of that. Now, when we talk about the multitasking with the Nokia Lumia 920, you just, to get to maybe apps you already have open, hit the back key, and these are all the panes that you have open. Now, the one thing that's kind of a disadvantage is I can't close them individually from here. I can access each one from here, which is, you know, it's nice. You know, I can go right into the Twitter app and access the Twitter app. But to close them, I actually have to hit the back arrow, keep hitting the back arrow, keep hitting it until I'm just back to the start menu. So that's kind of a disadvantage there. I wish you could just, you know, I've seen some of them, you know, like the my Galaxy Note 2, I can just swipe and close them out. So a nice feature, like your kids love to play games and such on this. A nice feature I like is called Kids Corner. And what you can do, you can actually turn this on, and you can create, you know, you can add games, music, videos, and apps. And then you'll actually do is launch. When you launch Kids Corner, it's going to have you set up a pass key, and then that would be your kid's pass key. So then when you lock the phone, it will, and they want to play, they actually have to enter their pass key, and will only let them have access to their apps, so their games. It won't let them go into your Facebook, or it won't let them go buy games. They can only access, unless you put the marketplace in there, of course. But kind of a nice feature. Overall, I want to love this phone. I really do. The apps are just not there. You know, Pandora's not there. You know, just some of the top apps have failed to been brought to the Windows Phone App Store here. And you can go down and you can kind of see some of the ones that I have here. And some of them are there. For me, some of the deal killers are, I love to keep track of my bank account. Yes, I could go into Internet Explorer and go look at my bank stuff on there, but it's so small. I would love to be able to use Mint that I use on all the rest of my phones, which is just quick access. I can't do anything within it, but at least I can see what's going on within my bank accounts. So those are some of the ones that I have on here currently. Don't play a ton of games, But once again, you know, games aren't really kept on here. If you want to get to your games, you actually have to hit games, and then that actually takes you over here, and then these are the ones that I have put on here for my daughter to play with here. So overall, nice phone. If you have any bugs with this, I have seen suggestions to look into, make sure your apps that you have on here are Windows Phone 8 apps. I don't have all Windows Phone 8 apps. Like this Get Glue one, I'm sure is not a Windows Phone 8 app. I haven't had any issues with it freezing up or anything like that. Now I have battery life has been okay, but I have NFC turned off. I think that's a big, you know, I just don't have anything to use NFC with at this point in time. But certainly there are some things out there that you know, some of you may be using NFC with, so just expect that that's going to take a hit on your battery life. So once again, very nice phone, takes good good pictures. Phone calls are great. People on the other end can hear me fine. I've had no issues with that whatsoever. Signal is good. So the Nokia Lumia 920, take a look at it. It's worth it, and give it a try. So thanks for attending my review for the Nokia Lumia 920.